Hello and good morning. We are headed out very soon to go get a 2008 Cummins. In this video, we are getting a 2008 Cummins. Anyway, I got ready for the day. I woke up probably 45 minutes ago-ish. I have to check the time. Anyway, 7 a.m. It's now 7:45-ish. And it's been a rough morning. I got ready, showered, did all the stuff, but the allergies are just hitting today. And I don't have any allergy stuff. So not being a fashion blogger, I didn't think that you'd want to see me get ready and shower and do all the stuff and do a little cinematic BS thing. I think you just want to see some truck stuff. So let's get on to the truck stuff. We're gonna head out in the mega cab. I have cash in hand, which is pretty good. 11 G's, hello. And I gotta fill up a water bottle, grab my other phone, grab the AirPods, do all the stuff, link with one of my best friends for a 3-hour and 45-minute drive where we'll be catching up because we haven't talked or seen each other in 6 months. So anyway, fill you in very soon. At this point, we've got the essentials: glass of water, glass of coffee with a dash of almond milk. I gotta shake this stuff up. There we go. And got the phone, got the pods, and I think we're ready to go. Good little sunrise over the farm, over the barn. Now we are cruising in a high mileage Lexus IS 250. So headed to the gas station, already got the seatbelt off, which is why there's this horrible dinging. Anyway, going to stop for a quick bathroom break and get back on the road. We have me and a Ferrari. We have about 2.5, maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes. This is Spence. We've been chatting the whole time. He's who I was telling you about. Anyway, gonna head in, get back on the road. Leaving the Loves, the travel stop, getting back on the road. Made it to Ohio. Headed to the service plaza. I feel I'm seriously about to run in this thing, just absolutely sprint in. Which way do I go, right or straight?
Left, straight. That's the truck's passes.
Oh, baby! Working on the Kegels right now. Anyway, I've been dancing around my seat for the past couple miles and it's been bad, so I'm excited to get in here. Anyway, enough about my bladder. We're hopping in. Place your bet now. We have to put premium in this thing, unfortunately, so it's gonna get a little bit pricier, but not too bad. And we started off at half a tank and made it most of the way here, so should be good. Anyway, this may be our last fill up before I fill it up for my mom for letting me use the thing, which is, bless her heart. But we should be at the truck in just shy of an hour. I told them we were gonna stop for gas, that we were gonna be a little bit early, but now a little bit late due to the bathroom and gas stop. But I'll let you know what this ends up totaling up to. Guess down in the comments really quick if you want to, if you're feeling like it. I'm gonna say 42, we're at 32 right now. Get back on the road. If you guessed 47.50, you would be correct. White thing that we're pulling in behind.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah.
Good timing, huh?
This heaper.
Did you notice it?
Yeah.
It's a clapped out rust.
Okay, so we are at the the license bureau, the BMV with the truck, this jalopy thing. I got a temp plate. I got the title in my little kangaroo pouch right here, and we're good to go. Got the key in hand. Ended up paying $92. So I'll give you a first start of the boy. Let's go. Hey. There she is. So we just stopped at the Best Buy and got spent some AirPod Pros because they're the best, and he needed some gear for the drive home. So we are merging onto the interstate, actually going over 60 for the very first time. Here we go. See how she does. Will this thing fall off and fall apart? Who knows? Not bad. She could be worse. So we are cruising on the interstate right now, and now that I've gotten used to the truck, this thing is amazing. I mean, she's going highway speeds, no problem, and she is solid. So let me give you context on the buy, because I know that's always kind of an interesting part of the deal. It's never cut and dry, and if it is, then you bought the wrong vehicle. Just kidding, my Raptor is super big. Actually, take that back. They thought I had a bad check with the Raptor, so the ensuing days were madness. So it's never boring. I want to tell you the story of this one. So the guy that was selling it had sold a vehicle in the past, and the next guy that bought it had never registered it. And so they ended up getting the police knocking on their door like 2 days later, or 2 years later, sorry, with 4 unpaid tickets. And so ever since then, they wanted to meet at the DMV, and I said, that's fine. I'm using like actual real money. I can write you a check or send you a wire as well, and we can meet at the DMV. Like I'm not here to do shady stuff. I'm here to buy your truck. Anyway, I just saw a patrol guard on the toll road, so I had to put the phone down. So here to buy the truck, and I'll give you a debrief or a tour of the truck later on all the flaws, but I ended up getting it for $92, if that wasn't clear enough. And we met at a title branch. That's what it was called. We met at a title branch, and I thought everything was going to be fine, but they didn't let the lady in because she didn't have a cloth mask, and she had a big medical plastic face covering, but because it wasn't a cloth mask, they wouldn't let her in. The clerk or the lady told the seller that because I was buying out of state, they couldn't notarize it for whatever reason, which is super weird. They should be able to notarize the seller's title, and then I can just get mine notarized as needed by my state. So that was a little bit weird, and they sent us to the BMV, which was fortunately just down the road. So then we went to the BMV, 2 complete strangers, and they made us stand in a very small yellow square together because we were transacting together. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, the title clerk teller said to the seller that they needed to have the title signed and to go into the BMV. So that's what they did. They signed the title in their car and took it to the BMV. And then the BMV rejected them because the title was already signed and it couldn't be notarized. And she was like, okay, this is absolute madness. We need this notarized. So I said, we can go to Chase. That's who I bank with. They should notarize it and be a little bit more lax because they're just certifying your signature, not handling the title. And so after a little bit of sweet talking, we got it notarized. Everything was kosher. And then they said, do you want a template? And I said, I mean, I wasn't planning on it. I'm from out of state. How could Ohio issue me a template? That's a little bit weird. But turns out Ohio can in fact issue a template. So I got a template that gets you up to speed with where we are now. We're cruising on the highway. I'm doing 80 plus on 35s, and I don't know if it's calibrated correctly to go this speed. But we're cooking, we're cruising, and we're making it home in good time. All the vitals look good. Check the fuel gauge again, but yeah, battery, voltage is good, oil pressure is good, temp is good right in the middle of 2, and I got the pods in, making some phone to 65, chucking away at 80. So may cool it, especially in this construction zone. I don't know if you just saw that little sign, that pylon. Well, you can see here, we are now going 55 in a 55. Gotta respect construction workers. That's not sarcasm at all. We will try to cook when the road is clear and safe to cook on. So I just stopped at this gas station. I was on the phone with a friend and went and bought this thing. And then also gave him $100 for fuel, which I didn't think it was going to consume all of, but we have literally this whole thing maxed out. $100 of fuel down. So anyway, we are back on the road. Gonna give her a little moment to prime. Oh, she's all the way up. Sweet. Perfect. Come on. Beautiful. And then I got this because I realized I was severely dehydrated. So I'm gonna try to down this whole thing before I make it home. Then I'm gonna have to pee like a demon when I do get home. But it's gonna be worth it because the name of the game is not automotive money, but rather how hydrated are you? So we gonna get high. And by that, I mean we're gonna get hydrated. I'm gonna get my seatbelt on, stop yabbering, and get back on the road because that's the most important thing. So we are at 200,069 miles and headed home. We are actually a quarter mile from home, which is amazing. This thing has been nothing but a blast and a dream to drive. Other than getting a tiny bit low on fuel, I had no actual issues with this, and once I got comfortable and after getting like on the interstate and seeing how it was, seeing how it really reacted, making sure that it was going to be stable because of the lift, after I recognized that and felt that, I just sat back and relaxed. This thing was great. So 3.5 hour, actually probably closer to 4 hour drive completed with this new whip, and that gives me nothing but assurance that it's solid and sound, that it's stout. I'm very happy with it. No question about that. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to give you a tour of this thing because I'm really hungry. I'm ready to be inside, grab some food, and it's just kind of rough outside. So anyway, with that in mind, see you tomorrow. So we got her. Here she is. Successful drive, champ. Yes?
Yes, sir. I thought you were saying you were successful driving. Redo it, over.
Hey, maybe. So, so we're back. Successful drive, champ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. Glad to hear it. Both cuts are staying in. There she is. All right, so it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the tour of this big beast. Can't wait to show you. It looks really good from here. Oh my gosh, it looks really good from here. So let me show you around the new beast. And this thing is a beast. It's lifted. It has some 17s off-brand, or I don't know the brand of the wheels anyway. But they have 35-inch open country extremes on them, which is amazing. And they have phenomenal tread. That is thick. So there's what we're running there. It has a fuel system down there. Tinted windows. The body up front is good. There's this tiny bit of surface rust right here. We can sand that down, no problem, and protect that fender. And then we have a pretty shot bed, I would say. This will be covered by the flares, but there's rust under there. This can definitely be sanded down to bare metal and brought back to life. Same with this, same with this, same with this. And I thought this was a big dent and something that needed to be painted, but it turns out it's just some goop. So we need to do a thorough detail. I haven't cleaned this thing at all yet. As you can see by the discoloration, we're gonna have to do a full-on detail, clay bar this, but it'll turn out really, really good. Really, really good. And And then we have this, but that can be sanded down as well, shot to white, and it should look pretty decent. Now moving on to the back, the tailgate is toast, and inside of the bed as well is just shot too. So I think I'm just gonna throw a drop-in bed liner in here for the time being and disclose the fact that it's not the greatest bed, that the inside isn't good. It's gonna have a new tailgate. Oh, I'm falling. And then that there's rust under the flares. So I would say replace the bed to the next owner, but I don't know that I'm gonna go to that length unless I can find a bed that's already white that I could just swap over. Anyway, you can see here he has all of the parts for the delete, which is amazing. So all of this can be sold. All of this can be kept or sold as well, or given to the next owner when that time comes. But you can see the bed is shot. The tailgate is just trash, and it won't even really open because that's broken. Not to mention just how beat up and battered this backside is. So we're definitely going to be replacing the tailgate. Same thing over here. We're going to sand it down to bare metal. And then again, flare will cover this. This is just some dirt. So the bed itself, other than a couple boo-boos right here, a couple little dents, isn't bad. Otherwise, it will show and present well. This cab corner is decent. And then this whole side is really good. I'm happy with it. That's for sure. We have a paint matched front here. There was a little Transformers logo that I took off. I already have the new one ordered. And then we have these for when you're towing the trailer. I think they're gonna come off. I'm not a huge fan of how they look. Let's see, going down underneath, there she is. There's a little view. Newer front end components, which is great news. Tinted headlights. And then moving on to the interior, we do have a bit of wear here. This can easily be filled and resealed, so it's a decent looking seat. And then we have this right here. I already have a replacement on the way for the console. This is a box that I ordered, and then I got that at the gas station. So that wasn't included, but hopping in here, we have an aftermarket radio, pillar gauges with no pillar gauges. So I have a new one of these on the way, the A-pillar, and then I can just include this for the next guy because there are no gauges whatsoever. It has just over 200,000 miles at the moment. I rolled it over too, which was groundbreaking and disheartening at the same time. It has a low tire light and an ABS light, but that's it on the dash. I'm sure you saw that yesterday. And then moving back here, we have a few more goodies. This is, I don't know if we can get under here. So we have two different tuners, a Super Chips and a Smarty right in here. So both of those were included. We have some brakes, maybe? I don't know, something there. I think that's kind of it in that regard. The tire, the wheel lug with the DIY extension, gotta love it. So this is super nice to have, even though I have some spares. Moving around to the other side, we have some sub-wiring, some spare parts. I don't know what this is, what's in here specifically, some bolts. And then sub-wiring underneath, not too much. Some sub-wiring underneath, not too much. These seats are filthy, but in good shape, so it just needs a really thorough detail. Now, coming over, popping the hood. You can see what it looks like under here for you. The struts work, which is unlike the other Dodges that I've. You can hop in here and I'll give you a tour. It has a new turbo and a new water pump. As of 500 miles ago, some modifications and deletes in here, which is great. And there is the engine bay. So here is the beast. Full tour for $9,200. I would say that I got a pretty cranking deal on this thing, especially where comps are priced. In my location, I'll drop a screenshot in right here. Within like a 40 or 60 mile radius of me, I think they're all above 20K. So having this under 10 is wild. So there's the tour of the truck, the Cummins, and I love her. I'm excited to build her. You know, white and gold is my colorway, but we're not going gold at all on this. We're actually going to be getting the gold off all that rust. Let me show you what wheels we're going to be slapping on. So if we venture into the wheel and tire supply, the room, I have had these big beasts for a long time. I actually got them to resell. But didn't end up finding a buyer because they have such big tires on them. They're 37s, they're 37s. They're 20-inch rims, I do believe. Yeah, 37 by 13.5 by 20. So a lot of people can't fit these or run these on their truck unless it's lifted super high. But you can see, I think this is gonna look pretty darn slick on the truck. And there's no curb rash on any of the wheels. They'll all clean up just as well as this one. It's just that those are dirty. So with that in mind, we're gonna wrap up the video. Enough showing you the truck. We gotta save some content for the build, and that's what we're gonna be doing next. Building this whole thing up, restoring it, detailing it, all sorts of different stuff. So be sure to stay tuned, hit the subscribe button to follow along with the build if you're interested in seeing it. I thought I got a killer deal at $9,200. Let me know what you think down below. Was it the deal of the century or was it pretty standard? What do you think? Drop a like if you like the video, subscribe like I said, and most importantly, if you're interested in learning how to find deals just like these, get the information, what to look for, the negotiation strategies, everything that you need to know to score killer deals, to be able to drive for free, build profitably, and even make money with your passion for diesel trucks or cars or motorcycles, then hit the link down below and get started in the program. See if it's a good fit for you. With that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.